It's a massive government takeover of the healthcare system in America. I congratulate him on his victory. I still think it's terribly wrong for America, and so do the majority of Americans. With all this euphoria that's going on, it's inside the Beltway, champagne toasting and all that. Outside the Beltway, the American people are very angry, and they don't like it, and we're gonna try to repeal this, and we are going to have a very spirited campaign coming up between now in November, and there will be a very heavy price to pay for it.
Let me get into that as well. You know, Congresswoman Michelle Bachmann addressed the protesters outside the Capitol last night, saying there would be more chaos and more division ahead. I know the Republicans want to repeal the bill, but there are also some provisions that take effect this year that you said you're for. No lifetime limits on health coverage, no denials of pre-existing of coverage to children with pre-existing conditions, no cancellation of policies if you get ill. Will you move to repeal those provisions as well?
Of course not. We had proposals to take care of those issues that you just mentioned, plus medical malpractice reform, plus being able to go across state lines to get health insurance you need, plus rewards for wellness and fitness, plus a whole lot of things that would have brought down the costs of health care instead of laying on what the governor of Arizona says, a debt that they can't pay. They said they can't afford it. They're going to bankrupt the country. And so we certainly had alternatives, and we have been in favor of portability and all of those things, but not through laying taxes on, well, Caterpillar, as you know, just a couple of days ago said be $100 million increase in taxes by one of the major corporations that exports a lot from this country and helps out in that area. They're going to be competitive, and who are they going to pass those costs on to? We all know that.
But Senator, if you repeal the bill, those reforms that you just mentioned will be repealed as well, won't they?
We want to start over, as we've said. We can address those issues. American people, by 2-to-1 margin, want us to stop and start over. We're not going to do that. For the first time in history, we will have a major reform enacted without a bipartisan support for doing so. In fact, about a 2/3 majority saying they don't like it. So I believe the will of the people is reflected sooner or later in the makeup of the government. And when you go against the will of the people, you pay a price.
Senator, we only have a few seconds left, but
Sure.
Will you also move to challenge the constitutionality of this bill? I've heard many calls from Republicans about that as well.
Sure. We'll challenge it every place we can, including the effect on Social Security that this legislation has, which we think is directly violating the reconciliation rules regarding Social Security. Listen, we'll fight everywhere. I had a town hall meetings in Arizona on Saturday. I didn't find anybody that liked this bill. The American people don't like it, and they are going to be heard one way or the other.
Okay, Senator McCain, thanks very much for your time this morning.
Thank you.